Back here on MediaCom Channel 22, talking Lady Cougar basketball with the head coach, Mike Davis. Lady Cougars, again, in at the latest poll here at number 17, holding steady on a nice little 12-game winning streak. You flash all the way back. Your last loss was on that January 1st to the number 3, now number 4 team in the country.
We'd like to have that over.
Yes.
Another shot at them.
Well, maybe you'll get that shot here coming soon down in Tennessee. And a lot of basketball to be played before the tournament talk. Obviously, as we were talking a little while ago about focusing the ladies on just that one game at a time. And going back real quick to the McKendree night, came into the gym that night getting ready for the promotions and everything. And I knew that Caitlin Bogle had been injured and had her knee was injured. And I knew that we had mentioned before that she was most likely going to have surgery on that. And I didn't know exactly when it was going to be. And then there she is in uniform sitting behind the bench with her leg up on a chair and a couple of pillows that they had propped up for John Barfneck and the training staff. Had the whole pump thing going on, and I mean every piece of medical equipment.
She was an advertisement for all medical services.
On the bench, and when I looked down, I saw the shorts on and the jersey on underneath a sweatshirt. I thought, man, I'm ready to go play basketball right now. It was pretty inspiring to see that she was there within hours after having her her operation.
I think we are very fortunate with this group to have a group that really enjoys the game and enjoys being a part of what they're a part of. And when you see things like that, you really get to see it firsthand. Caitlin had surgery that morning for a torn ACL. We'll give Dr. Tarbox a little, bit of publicity here. Does a great job. He took great care of her. We're playing that night. Caitlin's going to be there. And, it had been kind of with the coaches, do we put her stuff out or not? Put her uniform out. And here she comes out, in her uniform with the brace and everything on. And I think it's a great tribute to her. Last night, as we're going to Hannibal, and here she's packed up the same way. And she basically has 2 suitcases of medical equipment that are going with her and teammates grabbing stuff for her and getting her there. And it's kind of neat to see how they take care of each other. And I think that's been a plus for this group, and I think we've seen that carry over to the court. You were talking about being inspired there, and I don't think it's something we haven't brought up. You don't take things for granted because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And
that was one of those moments with my role partial with public address announcing. And you wanted to make an announcement for her and getting an opportunity to do that. That was one of those goosebump moments for me to be able to do that and knowing that, she poured it out on the court and then was here, can't play now and won't be able to play the rest of the season, but was there helping to root on the team. I know has made the trips and is there all the time.
It's a funny thing, 2 days ago in our practice, not as good of a practice as we have been having, to be honest with you. And Caitlin actually had to miss it because she was at therapy. Wow. And I was talking to her yesterday. I said, Caitlin, we really missed you at practice yesterday. And she's like, oh yeah, I missed being there too. I said, no, I'm going to be selfish. This isn't about you. Our team missed you from being there. And, teams are made up of lots of different elements and lots of different things that go into having success. And some of it is on the court, some of it is off the court, some of it is leaderships. Who knows what makes a team successful? But when one part of it is missing, you really feel it. And we are definitely glad to have her back on the bench with us. Even though she can't play, there's still an element that she brings to us that is very, very important.
And Amanda Phillips, again, continues to block shots left and right, still the top shot blocker in the NAIA, in the nation, in the country, and your team as well is top in blocks as well as far as.
I think it's part of what we do. We're very fortunate to have some great length to a number of our players. Amanda, I think that's something she takes great pride in. And, I think we all have things we feel like we are good at and things that we want to really, showcase. And I think that's something that she takes great pride in defending that paint, not only her man, but others as well. And it's a great part of what we do. So we love having her there. And, defensively, I think this is a team that's getting better all the time. So, we're in a sprint to the end right here of this regular season. So the defense really needs to be there each and every night.
And stats are important to some level, but she's now, I believe it is 23 away from breaking the school record, or tying the school record at least, of blocks in a season. She set the record for blocks in a game. I think it was some crazy 15 or some unbelievable.
She's chasing a young lady that did a great job for us a number of years ago, Mindy Mitchum, a young lady out of Glendale High School in Springfield, who came in here and had a great, great career. Helped us to lots and lots of victories, and I believe it was her senior year that she set the record for blocks in a season, and is also our all-time career leader, and I believe led the nation in block shots her senior year. So Amanda is in great company there with Mindy.
And speaking of some of the former players, a big event for you to mark on your calendar, Cougar fans, is the 26th is the kind of the alumni day and reunion day. And a lot of former players will be coming back from both the men's and women's teams. And again, more on the scheduling there online on the website at columbiacougars.com. One of the newcomers, a lot of new faces for Coach Mike Davis and his staff this season that have gelled together nicely, is Ashley Fisher from the area at Harrisburg High School. She's our player guest. We'll have her on stage next, and then we'll get the coach back up here as well as we wrap things up on this edition of the Columbia Cougars Coaches Show on Mediacom Channel 22.